Folks, over the last 12 hours or so, we have been seeing Cell Max terrorizing the Dokkan community, throwing people off and sending them for a loop with how destructive he is on this event. Today's video is going to be how I was able to conquer Cell Max with no items. Now, the team that I used is the same exact team that I ran on my live stream, which, by the way, I highly recommend you guys watch. It was a lot of fun going through all the various runs, the heartache, the insanity, the funny moments. People loved watching Toon L's. You definitely don't want to miss it. Go check it out, because by the time you watch this video, that stream will be gone. So the only way to access it is through this video's link in the description. So the team is as follows. We got the 7-year LR Tech God Goku Vegeta. We also got the 7-year LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The team is Power Beyond Super Saiyan / Movie Heroes. We're also bringing LR Tech Gogeta. We are bringing Tech Godku. And then the surprise 2 units, Int LR Royal Blue Vegeta and AGL Pikkon. Now, these units are actually the co-MVPs of this run because their abilities are what made us actually victorious in this event. So if you want to consider it sort of like a pseudo item, I suppose you can, because that's always kind of been the complaint when it comes to no item runs using these types of units. When you use the Android 1718 or the Pikkon Ghost Tester effect, you're effectively using an item. So if you want to look at it that way, go ahead, but that's kind of the strategy here. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this event, if you haven't seen my other videos, how this event works is it's basically a 3-round fight, sort of like a red zone, where the first round is STR, second round is physical, the third round is tech. The first round, the Cell Max is a pushover. He is so easy, he doesn't hit hard at all. The second round, he is also very easy, he doesn't hit hard at all, but he also shoots an AoE, kind of like the STR Broly phase in the Broly red zone. The final stage is where he is tech. He can launch double super attacks on a turn if he wants to, and he can lock a unit in your rotation. And each super attack is like a straight up extinction level event. He is so strong. I think it's fair to say he could easily be twice as strong as Broly, which says a lot. So if you guys have been playing the red zone, then you already know what you're in for. So as you've seen, as I've been explaining this, we breezed through the first round. Now, the strategy that I've been doing so far is to basically let this Vegeta fight in the front lines. I want to take a little bit of damage. I want some wear and tear, and I want this Vegeta to get hit 7 times, because in order for his revival to be possible, he has to have been hit 7 times. And if you want to enter the tech phase, the final phase, you want to go into that with your revival conditions in place. So we got a little bit lucky with him actually absorbing all of these different hits and not getting into any sort of trouble. We don't really have much in terms of a defense liability until the final phase, except for Royal Blue at certain points and the AGL Pikkon. AGL Pikkon doesn't really have much in terms of defense. He has Knight's supporting abilities, and he also has the 50% chance to dodge if he picks up Rainbow Orb. And notice that, like, anytime I'm trying to do these like revival setups, Royal Blue Vegeta always finds a way to ruin the momentum with the dodge here and there. So yeah, I expect to see that. Actually, through my various runs, he dodged an obscene amount of times for someone with only 5 dodge. So yeah, notice how these AoEs, they're doing nothing. That's the surprising, deceiving part about this event. You would expect so much more given your conditioning from the red zone. The red zone actually really threw us for a loop because, number one, you only have 3 attempts per day, which made for a welcome surprise on this event. And then number 2, the fact that those hits on the first few rounds are also just as lethal as the final round. Here, it is deceivingly different. The first 2 rounds are a complete joke, and the final round, each super attack is extremely destructive. Now, also, one last wrinkle is if you're actually trying to do this event, you cannot use items except for a Senzu Bean. Now, I actually kind of like that. Unfortunately, the downside to this ability or to this perk is that it sort of limits the type of units that you can bring on this event, because when you combine someone who doesn't have damage reduction with an item that gives damage reduction, it allows that unit to somewhat possess the abilities of some of the more favorable Dokkan festivals. However, in this particular case, the only thing that Senzu Bean will accomplish is to cure you of any status effects, such as being locked in rotations. So it does kind of limit the personnel, but it ultimately still worked out in the form of us getting a no item. And at this point, that's all I care about. I don't care about the big picture. I just want to do the no item run. Look at how bad this is getting. We're taking a beating from those like itty bitty AoE attacks on the Pikkon. I didn't give the Pikkon much because I'm trying to stall. Like one of the big strategies that I've sort of developed over my attempts on this event is that I wanted to take longer on these first 2 rounds. He's so easy that I end up clearing each one in like 1 to 2 turns. If I can extract a 3rd turn or a 4th turn from one of those fights, that will definitely change the wins in my favor. So now we're on the final round. This is where things are dangerous. We've got the revival in place. So now all we got to do is simply just die. Now the question is, Is the Godku gonna die, or is the LR Blue Goku Vegeta gonna die? And this is where I spent some time trying to figure this out. Do I want to waste that active skill? I ultimately decide that I need to do it because this is a now or never sort of situation. We're not going to be having multiple turns to really think about and build this up, right? So you kind of just got to go with it. And I had to pray that those first few attacks that he threw at us didn't end up with a super, because if he did, we're not going to survive. Tech Godku with 77% damage reduction will take on average about 200,000+ damage on a super attack. You know, the same guy you're used to taking double digits against Broly, yeah, that dude is going to take 300, 200, 300,000 against Cell Max. So I got really lucky that he didn't do it. Plus I picked up enough orbs to heal. And now that I use the active skill, this dude gets guaranteed criticals. So this was the golden scenario that I needed. Using the revival while also using the active skill and then launching multiple critical hit supers. This gave us a huge leg up on this run. And you know what? If I were to be a betting man, it's also possible I might have neutralized his super attack. We obviously can't see what it is, but that's gone. And then you'll see what kills me. I think we might have dodged the bullet there. So here's Royal Blue. His purpose is about to be served in terms of damage output. He's a little serviceable, but he's not really meant to do much. And at long last,
I fight for Bulma, for Trunks, and Bull, for the oath I made to Kappa. For my Saiyan pride, I fight for all I built and all I am. I won't abandon all that!
tell him, boy. And with that, we get the revival and we're back in the game. So now I got the Gogeta, and this was another moment of immense luck. Come on, give me that heal, give me that heal. I gotta transform. Yeah. Now let's go ahead and fuse. All right, now that I'm fused, where is that super attack? Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, it's perfect. So I can cancel the super attack. I gotta throw that Gogeta in the middle. I gotta get the blue Goku Vegeta on the back end. Yeah, it stinks. I gotta lose him, but it is totally worth it. So we got doubly lucky. Two incredibly lucky scenarios had to go our way for this to happen. And there goes the super attack. And with the super attack gone, once this Gogeta is able to launch multiple supers, he's not going to take much damage. Notice how we took about 200k on that first lap before we got to stack. Now notice how much damage we take. Look at that. A double digit, a double digits, a double digits. Yeah. We got the Gogeta wave dash going. This guy can't get hit. After getting hit with that 200k hit in the beginning, this dude couldn't afford to get hit, so I had to throw him in the middle. We lucked out with no attacks in the middle, and this guy launched an additional, so we got extra damage in here, which was great. So all that's left are these guys. But the good news is, again, since there's no super attack coming up, since we've confirmed it with Gogeta's ability, and since this guy also has the ability to vaporize in action and stack multiple times, even if he were to get hit, I don't think we would take a whole lot of damage. But I think I picked up some rainbow key spheres. So combining that with his base dodge, you would give him enhanced dodge. So we're fine. There's one dodge and double digits. And then you know what I realized? I never used PyCon's ability. Would you look at that? And now we got Godku absorbing all the damage. We got 467,000 health. We'll be fine. But just to make matters even more secure, I used his support ability, the PyCon support. We're going to be just fine. Another lucky turn. Perfect slot for the super attack. So with that little defense boost, how much are we going to take here? Like 200k? So all the conditions are set. We've got the extra support too. Look at that. We still take 200,000 damage. Folks, this is not an event that is meant to be completed right now. It's not. So just because you're seeing a lot of players starting to, or a lot of Dokkan tubers starting to do the no item runs, just know that it takes a lot of runs to accomplish this. This is still something that needs to be more fleshed out with more units coming up during the worldwide download. And now we've gotten multiple supers with that super attack out of the way and a second one not to follow, which we got lucky. He never launched a single second super on one of these turns. We are looking at a photo finish, people. A dodge.
double digits. A double digit. Dodge.
And then Pycon's like, get me in here. Pycon didn't even get to do anything. Oh, it's time to finish this, folks. Let's do this.
I've had enough. It's time to unleash my most devastating attack. I'll finish you off with this. Ultra Big Bang.
And there it is. We got it. No item achieved. Cell Max toppled. That is my second victory with the same exact team. What makes this victory even sweeter is the fact that as a global player, I didn't have the luxury of running the LR Int Vegeta Trunks, nor did I have the LR Int Zamasu Fusion. So consider this an even bigger dub for us global players. But if you are able to beat this in any form or fashion, you should be extremely proud of yourself, because this event is not meant to be completed at this current moment. We need to wait and see what unit will be dropping in the future celebrations that would allow us to take on this event in a much more manageable fashion. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, which team have you tried to run against this event? Have you guys been successful? Have you been able to no item the run? Have you not? Let me know what you guys have been able to do so far on this event in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you literally know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned. And always remember to Dokkan responsibly.